Hello, sophomores and juniors. We are getting ready for 22-23 registration, believe it or not. It's barely November, and we are going to be starting the process of helping you guys choose your classes for next school year. So over advisory this week and next, we would like for you to start thinking about what classes you'd like to take for next year. And as a first step, we want to help you guys start looking at your credits that you've already completed, what credits you may need to take to make up credits, etc. So for today, we're going to review the schedule for registration. When are juniors coming in, and when will sophomores be doing the process as well? We're going to review graduation requirements. I'm going to show you how to log into Student View to do that if you've never done that before. And we're going to learn how to check those credits in depth. So what classes have you taken? How many credits should you have? How many do you have? So you can start thinking about this process in the next couple of weeks. So here is the schedule for registration coming up. November 16th begins the process for juniors. So counselors will be coming into the U.S. history classes. We'll do a short presentation on your course offerings for next year. And you guys will select on paper what you would like to take for next year. And then we will actually have you use your laptops to log into Student View and make selections for your elective classes. So juniors will go first, November 6th, the week of November 16th. Sophomores are up next. We are going to do a week break in there for Thanksgiving, and then that Tuesday, November 30th, we will start working with sophomores to select your junior courses for next year. Counselors will come into the world history classes. For juniors, counselors are going to start meeting with you all for junior credit checks this month in November, December, and if whatever we don't finish before winter break, we'll complete in January. So that is a one-on-one meeting with your counselor to review your credits, make sure that you understand what's left, and definitely answer all your questions. Sophomores, we wrap up the school year with your credit checks, so we should be starting those in late January, early February, so we can answer all of your guys' questions and double check your course requests as well. So a really quick credit review. Hopefully this is review for most of you. You need 22 credits to graduate and earn a diploma from Alhambra High School. 4 of those credits need to be in English or English learner courses. 4 credits need to be in math. 3 credits are from science, including 1 year of biology. 3 credits from social studies, which is world history, U.S. history, and government and economics. You need a half a credit of health, or if you're a medical magnet student, you took medical IMA. And if you are an ROTC student, the second year of ROTC will meet that health requirement as well. You need 1 credit of fine art or a CTE course and 6.5 electives. And finally, all students must pass the civics test to graduate. For those of you who are preparing for university admission, there are a few additional requirements. You will need 2 years of the same world language. You'll need 3 lab science credits, including a chemistry or a physics. You will need a 3.0 GPA or an admissible ACT or SAT score. And if you have questions about any of those things, or you want to make sure that you are on track to do that, definitely get in contact with your counselor. All right, so now that we've reviewed what the credits are needed for graduation and university admission, we're gonna see how your credits are. How many do you have and where are you at? So we're actually gonna use Student View. Most of you are very familiar with Student View and have logged in before, but we're gonna use that to check your current credits, your GPA, and your class rank. A lot of you are going to see these numbers, credits, etc., and you're going to have lots of questions about those credits, your GPA, your graduation status. We understand that. You're more than welcome to talk to your advisory teacher, but you will also have a chance with that one-on-one meeting with your counselor for your credit check to get all of those questions answered. You'll also have 2 counselors in your classroom during registration. So if you have a burning question, you can ask your counselors on that day. You can also come down the counseling hallway, and on all of our doors, we have a QR code to schedule an appointment with us before school, after school, and at lunchtime. So use this time if you want to go along with the activity with me. You can look at your credits, see where you're at, or take notes on how to do this so you can start thinking about the courses that you want to take next year, or maybe the courses you need to take next year. All right, so to get started, I'm going to just quickly walk you all through how to get onto Student View using the web. And if you use your phone, the screen just looks a little bit different, but I have dark screen on. Yours may look white when you open your browser. But we are going to just clear the browser bar here, and we're going to go to our district website, which is pxu.org, pxu.org. And you don't want to go to the Alhambra webpage. You want to go to the Phoenix Union. I know we have that link on Alhambra site, but it's easier to find on the district site. So this is our district website. And on the far right hand side, we want to hover over Info 4, and we want to grab Students. And there are so many links on the student page that they have broken them down by alphabet. So we are looking for Student View, which falls between P and T. And when you click on that, you will see Student View right here, the 5th link down. So you want to click on that. And then you'll click on I am a student. And that will take you to the login page. And your login for Student View is simply your 7-digit student ID number, and your password is your 1PU password that you use for logging into everything else on campus. And once you're logged into Student View, you're going to see a home page very similar to this. This is Leo the Lion, a student that we created for this process today. And you guys are probably familiar with seeing those tabs on the left-hand side, but may not have actually gone in to look at any of them. Right now for today, we're going to click on Course History to get started. All right, and when you click on Course History, you're going to see a screen that looks very similar to this one, with lots of green and orange and gray bars on there, which can be somewhat confusing. So I'll break it down pretty quickly. A green bar basically means that graduation requirement is complete. So in this student's case, she is a junior, so she's going to have a little bit more completed than a sophomore would. So as a sophomore, you may see some more gray on there. A gray credit means that course is not in progress and has yet to be completed. Orange means that the class is in progress. So again, this is a junior. She's completed her biology. She's halfway done with her lab science, has one more to take, or actually it's in progress right now, almost done with electives. So English and math, you're going to see about a quarter left for most of you to take one more English, one more math. Government and economics will be gray as you'll take those next year. U.S. history is in progress, and world history should be completed. For a sophomore, you'll probably see that orange bar in world history and then a little bit more gray. So at the top right here, course history, unweighted GPA and weighted GPA, you can see where you stand with your class. So the student has an unweighted GPA of 2.5. Right in the middle is C average, and then the corresponding rank there is where you stand in comparison to the rest of your peers in your class. And then weighted GPA is affected by honors or AP classes, so that may or may not be higher than your unweighted. If you toggle the detail on here at the top, and we're going to come back to this unofficial transcript, I'm going to show you how to use that. That is a new tool in Student View now that you guys can download your own unofficial transcript. But first, if you toggle on detail here at the top, you're going to see some new information open here underneath your bars. The first is what we call your credit summary. And this breaks down a little bit more understandably how your credits line up. So here's the required courses, those 22, your 1 fine art CTE, biology, 2 other credits of lab science, et cetera, et cetera. The social studies is all broken down by individual credits. You can see how many you've completed there. So for an on-track junior, 13.5 is right around where you should be. In progress for almost every student on campus is going to be 6.5 credits, and that's 6 classes plus advisory, so 6.5 credits. And then for most juniors, again, if you're on track, never failed a class, that you're going to be in the range of about 3 credits left. And we're going to talk more about how many credits you should have and should have remaining. 3 is right on track. You can go as high as 5 or 6 as a junior and still be able to graduate on time. So that's how you read that chart. Underneath there, you'll see your civics test. You can toggle that on and see a score. And then course history, you can toggle that on and get even more information. And that is going to break down every single course you've ever taken, what grade you got, and the corresponding credit. There's no name revealed on here. We're just scrolling down through the students' credits, and you can see 10th and 9th grade. So if you need to double check classes you've taken, if you haven't passed all your classes, what semester did you fail a particular class that you may need to make up, as a way you can use that. I'm going to scroll back up here to the top and show you how to get a copy of your own unofficial transcript. So you can click on this blue bar right here that says unofficial transcript. You're going to see this little notice come up that says the document is being built. Please try again in a few moments. And that literally is probably 3 to 5 seconds that you need to wait as soon as the message disappears there. If I click it again, and I'm not going to click it because it actually will download this student's transcript in front of y'all, but you guys click it again, you're going to see a new window open, possibly depending on what browser you're looking at, and it'll open a new browser with that little transcript icon down here in the bottom. If you don't see that, and if you can't find it, you can open your file folder down here at the bottom of your screen, and that will launch whatever the last file you had open is. But we are looking for your downloads folder. That is where that transcript has gone if you can't find it. So click on downloads, and that should open your screen right here, and it will have your name on it. So it'll say your name and then transcript, and you can double click on that to open it. You can do a save as, save it somewhere else, print it, and you have your own copy of your unofficial transcript. So now that we know how to look up our credits, how many credits should you have? So this chart should look pretty familiar. This is again the credit summary box, and this is visible on your transcript and also on that your credit summary when you click on course history on student view. So we're going to look a little more closely at the completed column and the remaining credits column for what a sophomore and a junior should see. So sophomores in the completed column down at the bottom, you should see about 6 credits completed. If you were with us for freshman year and you passed all of your classes, that number should be a 6. It could be a little bit less, it could be a little more if you took an extra class. For juniors, that credit should show 12 credits completed. If you passed everything freshman and sophomore year, could be a little higher depending on advisory or a 9th hour that you may have taken. For the remaining credits column, that very last column for sophomores, if you're on track and never failed, you should see between 9 and 10 credits there. That does show that you are on track. You have 2 years left to complete those credits. And for juniors, if you are on track, you will see between 3 and 4 credits. That means that you have never failed a class. So if that last number there, again, juniors, I am speaking to you, if that number is 6 or fewer, you are good. You would be in a place where we can graduate you because you have 6 hours in the day to complete 6 credits. So even if you need some credit recovery, we can fit that into your schedule. If that number is greater than 6.5 credits, that means that you actually need more credits than can possibly fit into your senior schedule. So we sometimes call that the danger zone, or just meaning that we need to add some extra credit recovery or summer school to get you back on track. So as we get ready to wrap up this presentation, we've talked a lot about credits, and quite a few of the credits that you need for graduation are your electives. So right now, and between right now and when we come in to do your registration for next year, be thinking about what electives you might like to take next year. We're hoping to have elective lists to your advisory classes by next Tuesday, November 9th. So you can start thinking ahead of time about what courses you might like to take. And we will go through all of the departments in detail during those presentations. Also be thinking about what classes you're in now, or you may have taken in the past that you enjoyed, and you can take a second or third year of that class. Many of our CTE programs, fine arts classes like drawing and painting, art and design, all of those have second and often third year options. What classes align with what you want to do as a career? Maybe you're a sophomore and you want to go into business, but you've never tried the business CTE class. You might consider doing the CTE Business 1, 2, and then 3, 4 senior year so that you can get some really good experience in that program. Maybe you are a student who is bound for a challenging career like a pre-med or engineering. Many of us would recommend that you take an extra science or a more rigorous elective like AP Psychology or an AP Calculus to push yourself and get ready for those rigorous programs. I'm going to wrap up the presentation with a video that Ms. McKiernan has put together that is a little bit of a review of transcripts and the importance of GPA.
One, you need to earn 22 credits to graduate. But not just any credits. You need 4 years of English, 4 years of math, 3 years of science, 3 years of social studies, 1 year of fine arts or CTE, health, and 6.5 credits of electives. 2, your grade point average, or GPA, is an indicator of academic achievement and is based off the grades you earn in your classes. Here's how it works. Your final letter grade earns you points. The higher the grade, the more points. Add grade points from every class and divide by the total number of classes. So if you have a total of 24.5 points and 7 total classes, your GPA would be 3.5. Remember, the higher your GPA, the more money you can earn for college through grants and scholarships. 3. If you fail a class, you need to make up the credit. Remember, you need 22 credits to graduate. 4. Learn to read your transcript. Your transcript is the history of every class you have taken and your grade in each class. 5. Don't worry, you're not alone. Your teachers, counselors, administrators, and all of our staff want you to succeed. We're here to help. Do you have any more questions about credits and graduation? If so, make an appointment to see your counselor today, or write them down and submit them to the APR office.
Created using Powtoon.